just want to dance. I hear this
I
and
know,
I want to
I know.
dance.
And then you're
What's
just
the problem? Like,
Hi,
I'm Tish.
I'm Lily.
And together we are
Haunted Housewives.
And we are back with our Haunt Season 2025 series specifically for video telling you about something old,
Something new.
something bloody.
Something boo.
And there's a bunch of reasons to celebrate. It's the 1st of October when we are filming
Yay.
this. So
Yep.
we are in spooky season, people. We've made it.
Middle.
We're
I
here.
know. It kind of makes me sad a little bit because I'm like, oh, the closer it gets to Halloween, it makes me sad because the season's almost over.
Honestly, being haunt reviewers has kind of ruined Halloween for us because everyone else is looking forward to October 31st. Everybody's so excited.
Right.
It's
Countdown.
the countdown to
Yes.
Halloween. And for us, it's like, oh, it's the end.
Right.
It's the
I
last.
don't want it to end.
But it is not ending yet.
No.
And we are back here to tell you about a particular haunt that we visited this past weekend, and that is FREDDY'S Haunts in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. Aliquippa is about, 15-20 minutes outside of Pittsburgh, a little bit northwest. Not that it matters if you're not from Pittsburgh,
Right.
just in case. But we have gone there for the last few years. It's a really unique environment, as we will get into. And so tonight we're going to tell you a little bit about what's old and what's new at FREDDY'S.
Yep.
So I'm going to start off with what's old. Honestly, there's a lot that we could say here because there's things about FREDDY'S that are old and old school in
That's true.
the best way.
Yeah.
FREDDY'S does everything themselves. You're not going to see a bunch of Spirit Halloween props or costumes or decor there. They build their own stuff for their environment. And that
Which is.
is what I'm going to focus on for the something old. FREDDY'S bills itself as an indoor haunted trail.
Yeah.
What is that, you may ask? What is an indoor haunted trail? FREDDY'S is housed in this enormous building, just this ungainly, huge building.
Yes.
But they've created an indoor environment that is one of my favorite things, and it's my something old. It's the trail is in what looks like a bunch of caves. You feel like you're walking
in underground tunnels.
underground.
Like,
They have done everything they can to disguise the fact that you're actually in a building. They've covered the walls, they've covered the ceiling. The floors are rough, they're covered in dirt and rocks.
and they're bumpy, and like it definitely feels like you're in an underground cave.
Yeah. You, like, at points you'll look around and there are branches overhead.
Yeah, corn stalks.
Corn stalks. I mean, there are other points where there are
There's like little
pipes,
caves.
but
yeah.
But yeah, there are caves going off of the main cave.
Right.
It doesn't feel like it was built. It feels really organic and old.
And very much like you shouldn't be there.
Oh.
Like you snuck in. Like there was a grate somewhere on a window and you climbed in. And now you're walking through this and you're like, I really shouldn't be here. Like there's not a way.
Mom's gonna be so mad at me.
Right. I mean, I guess there is a way to tell. But I want to say, like, the first times we went, you're not really sure. Am I going the right way?
It was very disorienting. It was very disorienting. And the path is long and winding. I think it's a half mile long through this building. And there's very sharp switchbacks. There's very narrow places where you're kind of squeezing in between the walls. They've built like these.
And then there's like
there's
like open spaces too. Like you walk in and there's an open space and different like little cave areas.
And it's very disorienting. But it is this entirely unique environment that just makes this place, and it gives them so much room to play. There's so much you can do with a setting like this, because the setting itself is spooky and scary and confusing.
Yes.
I know that I forget that I'm indoors when I'm there. I forget that I'm in a building when I'm there.
Yeah.
Because it just feels like you're going down into the side of a mountain.
Yes.
And you know, if you're me, you'll stumble and bump into the walls.
I've done that many times.
But if you want to experience an environment that is like absolutely nowhere else, not entirely an outdoor haunted trail, certainly not a typical haunted house.
Yeah.
I'd say the something old here is Freddy's Tunnels.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that leads me into something new, because the tunnels, and I don't know if this is true, but I feel like it is.
Correct us if we're wrong.
The layout is different. Like, I feel like there's a whole network of tunnels, and they change it up depending on what they're doing that season. Because this year, the pathway felt new, and it felt like the very first time we went, I mean, granted, I was very lost. I was running from people. There were like multiple chainsaws inside that first year. And I was running from them, and I remember, like, I didn't know what direction to go, and I definitely tripped and ran into walls, and I was so scraped up because I kept running into the wall. But then, like, the next couple years, it felt like it was a certain path, and this year, I think
it's different.
It's a different path. Feels different.
It's
and
longer.
They can redirect, like, which way you go. It's definitely longer. Yeah. And they added more. There are more scenes, and there are some very, very cool scenes. I don't want to give away what you have to do, but you have to crawl through something, and it is just so cool and so realistic.
The way the scene is done is really immersive. It's really convincing, and they've done some other new stuff. With the area in the haunt that they call Hobbs End is this sort of old-timey village, and there's always music playing there, and there's a couple of kind of old abandoned houses there. They've built out that environment, and they've specifically kind of tied it to different works of cosmic horror. So if you ever watched True Detective, you probably caught some references to the King in Yellow in season 1. There's a couple nods to that here. There's nods to like some kind of old gods kind of cult going on underground, and they're using their space in different ways. So there's some new scenes, including this really beautifully done, immersive, detailed, realistic scene that you have to see.
Yes,
you have to see. Go. Yeah. We're not going to tell you. You have to go see yourself.
Yep.
But the whole place is this sort of combination of like the new stuff that they're doing. They're constantly, I feel like they're pushing, they're changing stuff, but it has this old school haunt feel.
Yes, very much so.
Like we've talked about going to haunts when we were kids in the 80s that had this feel to them.
Yep.
Like day glow paint and areas of complete darkness where you're just kind of feeling your way through. And Freddy's really taps into that vein of nostalgia.
Very much so.
Like they have these, these areas where we've got skeletons that have been splashed with this bright paint. And there's a bunch of areas. I feel like this year they've really played with the lighting. Mm-hmm. I think you mentioned that as we were walking through them. There are areas that are so dark.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. It's a little bit darker. You can still see, but it just looks creepier.
Yeah. And I think they do a lot of lights out events through the year, and I think
They did change the one pathway because I knew it. There was a particular area where there was a particular actor, and I would run and I would miss them. But now, I didn't miss them. In fact, I got lost in a place where I know the way out because I got stuck there a couple times, and I was like, that will not happen again. And then all they had to do was change a little bit, change something, and now I got lost again. I got stuck. I didn't get lost. I got stuck. I went around in circles. It, happens.
But
something new.
Freddy's is a great example of a place that stays really constant and really true to their identity as a haunt while playing with what they can do with it.
Yep.
And I think, for people broadly in our generation, it's going to feel weirdly comforting to go to a place like that.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Feels like home to us. But I think for a lot of younger people, it's typically when we go through, there's a group of teenagers ahead of us or behind us, and they are freaking out in this disorienting environment in the dark.
Yeah.
So, if you want to see a haunt that's inside but doesn't feel like it's inside, and if you want to see what new scenes Freddy's has added this year, check out Freddy's Haunts in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. Tell us what you think about it, and if there's a place we need to go, drop it in comments. Bye.
Bye. I tried to turn it down.